and 1 tie, which makes them actually undefeated within the CEVO League. They've got 9 points total.
Right.
So right now they're just kind of racking points up, trying to get themselves back up to their rightful place, really. I mean, let's be honest, up in the top 3. And all they have to do is just stay on their A game, beat all these teams. The real trial by fire is when they play up against teams like Luminosity Gaming and CLG, 2 that they haven't got to quite yet. That's the real gauntlet.
And we are live now with the pistol around here. Denial starting on the Terra side. They do have some pretty cool A tactics, Denial does. I mean, they have some really nice fast A hits that they usually are able to make pretty successful. But you have to play up against Nitro and Fugly, who defend this A side on a regular basis. That's going to be a hard wall to get past. But we'll see what they can do here. So far, opening kill does go to Liquid. They're trying to force through the smoke, but Nitro just lighting them up with those dualies.
Yeah, you see Nitro and Fugly just doing solid work so far, holding on. It's like an iron wall just behind the smoke now. It's going to be up to Vice and Shinobi. Shinobi works his way back into A main, and they're just going to go ahead and commit to this. The bomb has been dropped. They have no choice but to go in. Fugly finally going to get taken down, and there's the molly buying even more time, just being ultimately just annoying. Shinobi with a 2K so far, though.
Yeah, he's trying to see if he can't play himself back into this. Bomb's down in a really bad spot, though, so they're forced just to try to press in and do what they can. But Nitro with the quad kill on the round defends the initial push with 2 frags and closes out the round with the final 2 as well. And, I mean, that's the thing, man. Liquid, very good CT side cash team. Very good on the Terra side as well. I mean, this is just one of their best maps. Like, this map, and I guess now that they've had some good results on Cobble, you probably put that one up there. Also, a pretty viable team on maps like Overpass and Trains. I mean, they have a pretty decent map pool between them. And Denial's going to have, like I said, it's a tough night.
I mean, you can't take Denial out of the game when you're talking about cash, though. This really is one of their best maps to do this.
That's true. Yeah,
but
I mean, this is their best chance of the 2 maps to win. That's for sure. Let's see what they can do once they get to the opening gunner. I mean, again, they really favor the A bomb site here on Denial. They have a lot of different A splits they like to work, a lot of different smoke combinations they like to throw, especially some of the faster ones, like, you know, just throwing that fast exploding smoke out from Kidor onto quad and just, you know, rushing out, kind of like something that Envy has made very famous. Cloud9 also made it famous because they called it Veggie Rat. I really know it sounded funny. So that's a tactic that Denial also likes to run quite a lot. But again, that's a tactic that Liquid's very familiar with. They play against Cloud9. They play against teams. They know that tactic, you know. So we'll just see if Denial's just going to have some really big shots, running tactics that Liquid breed probably very well.
Well, they're actually going to go ahead and force up on the 3rd round, trying to get Liquid off guard. The gun advantage actually does go in favor of Denial.
You know
so
what?
That's something.
They did this last night on Dust 2 as well when I was watching them play, and it was really risky. They wound up working out because they won a big clutch at the end, but this is a very risky buy, but it's one that they make. Like I said, I saw them do it last night in their matchup against, who was it that they beat last night? I think it was Complexity. Yeah, it was Complexity.
Well, unfortunately, Liege, with the AUG of all weapons, able to get that opening pick. Nitro's shut down, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. That's sick. He's actually a really solid player, working his way down the highway. Whitmer's going to go ahead and plant. No, he's not able to plant the bomb. The bomb's all the way in A main. I saw him go straight into the default plant position, but nothing in hand. Dren already pushed into A main, has bomb control, and then just kind of pinches him off. And that's actually now 3 rounds in, 3-0 in favor of Liquid. Multiple times we've already seen Liquid get very aggressive and pinch off Denial wherever they might be.
Yeah, and so now money real low here on Denial. Obviously have to take, you know, pretty much a full save here to be able to make the purchase next round. They got a couple upgraded pistols. Just kind of a weird force buy there. Again, like I said, I watched him do it with P2. That's I think it's Complexity. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's really worth the risk there. That's just easy pickings. Now look at the pop flash comes in, but Fugly only gets 1 out of that. That was a decent response, but look at Nitro. Oh, let them buy.
Still no boost. Not even on the boost. Gets a 3K, almost 1 spray down, too. He's going to be shaking his head. Oh, yeah. I've got the win.
Man, too easy, man. They just didn't check. I mean, that's not really a common spot to check. Can't really blame Denial too much on that.
Now, I will say with Liquid, you really want to watch for the boost spot. They love to do this sort of run boost on A site.
That's very true.
Between Fugly and Nitro always kind of working together, doing that sort of thing. They do it, like, I think way more than most teams, and it's almost to the point where you need to just expect that as a standard position, and nobody else really seems to do that.
And good read from Denial. They know that Liquid at times will be really passive on mid and just kind of play 2-1-2, and they'll rely on a Dren's op to kind of cover mid passively. They will actually flip a Dren's op into an anchor position at A, since Nitro's playing aggressive in A main, and let Fugly kind of watch the push now, so kind of a rotation of the op to put it in a more useful spot. And that's good. They pretty much had their bases covered at the A bomb site now for Liquid, the way they've rotated the op in over there. Now it's just about making sure they don't get split B.
Much slower round this time around. You don't see anybody pushing out of the B bomb site. Deletion and Hiko anchoring down the B site. You see Adrenaline in the exact same spot that Nitro was last time with the op, though. He's able to take Whitmer down, so Opper versus Opper. Dren takes the victory on that one.
Because Nitro had the aggressive position in A main, he had the information no one was actually there, so it allowed Dren to slip in there and actually just hold an angle, much like a CT would, and it gets the actual advantage on anyone peeking in and grabs their first kill. But now it's a B split coming in.
Well, you see Fugly already rotating in position up high. Hiko with the shotgun. He's going to take Shinobi down, but he ends up getting shut down fast. Vice with a 3K. Very low on health, Nitro. I thought he was trying to go for some sort of a knife kill, but that's not going to happen. Vice, at default, super low on health. Goes for the plant. Adren, slow with the molly. Nitro takes the kill. Uh-oh.
Dren's like, dang, gotta wait a second. So that is going to be Liquid now going up 5-0. The Nile have hit max loss bonus, plus they got a bomb plant, so $4,200 coming in next round, which is going to give them the capability to do a pretty decent buy here. Pretty much AK up across the board. Should be able to get full nades as well. Curious to see if they'll just go back to their fast A stuff. They really like to run that quite a lot, at least when Shinobi was calling for this team. I think now Vice is doing it instead, so they've kind of switched in game leader over the past, I guess, couple of months. So I'm not sure if the shot calling will be near the same. They know that they've been able to take mid control because they've been, like, Adren's playing it really passive, so they may also try to keep working with that, which isn't a bad idea. You know, take what you're given, get that map control, and try to work something from it.
We see a little bit of mid control being taken. Not just taken, but given by Liquid. There's a Liege. Yeah, Shinobi quickly shut down.
Sick, able to catch Adren on the fallback, though, so they're finally getting some picks over towards the A side, but Bucky's still up over here. He gets the bomb down in A main. And that's their problem. If you're Denial and you're getting mid control, but you can't do anything with it, that's a real problem. I mean, Liquid are giving it to you. You're taking it, but you can't get anywhere from it. And that's a real issue that they're dealing with right now over here in Denial. But they have a 2-on-2. They have the gun advantage as well, so there's a chance for them to get this one.
Yeah, Six finally going to be able to take the bomb in. Plants it at default. See, MKP by 4. Fugly and Hiko on the retake. Fugly's going to come around the corner, gets picked off. Now Hiko, all he's got is a shotgun, so this actually puts a huge advantage in favor of Denial. Hiko able to get a quick shot on MKP. Sick, standing in position, finishes the job, and finally we see a round in favor of Denial. But Hiko still playing with the shotgun. I don't know about that.
Yeah, he didn't really need to do that. He had plenty of money to have an M4 last round, but decided against it. Elige is playing with an AUG this entire game, apparently.
Yeah, he's had like the AUG the entire time. You know, I think that Liquid, they know that they're supposed to win this. Let's look at it. This used to be Mortality. They just came up from CEVO main last season. This is their first time in the Pro Series, and they're facing Liquid of all teams. Liquid's just going to play around and have fun. They know they should be able to out-frag these guys. They're not going to take it super, super seriously. They know they're one of the best teams in North America.
Right. And that's definitely part of it.
If they get in trouble, then they're going to hunker down and play more standard, and it's going to be Liquid's game either way.
Yeah, they boost over the smoke in middle that Denial's been throwing. They've been, being able to get out mid uncontested, so they do something unconventional in Liquid. They boost up and they grab a frag out of it there. Elige does get traded, though, so it's an even 4-on-4. A little bit of mid control here for the Denial, but they've not been able to get past Colossus. But you see Nitro try to push up. Vice able to take him down, but Adren trades for 2 of his own, and now it's right back into Liquid side of things. Oh,
wow. Nice injury, though. Shinobi Whitmer working together as a fire team, as a duo. And that's going to put Hiko, your B anchor, all alone with his M4A4. The Poseidon. I mean, he's one of the guys who really held onto this gun for the entire time. Now that the meta has changed, he has, I guess, a slight advantage over everybody else. He should have seen Shinobi jumping. Pushes the corner. Worried about Whitmer. Whitmer's position's given up. Uses Whitmer's flashbang as cover. Push out, gets the first kill. He's just going to stick it. You know it.
Yeah, easy for Whitmer, though. A bomb planted for him as the op in A main. Just a great position to close out that round. And you have to wonder at some point if Liquid's going to change things up and actually play mid. They do have some aggressive mid setups where they'll kind of use a Liege inside the vents rather than playing a more aggressive B lobby position. They have eyes on mid. They'll even see like Nitro or Fugly play from highway. Get Adrenaline maybe anchoring the A bomb site with an op, while like Nitro and Fugly focus more on mid from highway. That could be a transition they decide to make, since it now just keeps ripping mid control. They were fine to give it up before because they were still holding the sites, but now they've given up a couple of rounds towards that A side. So that could be an adjustment that Liquid makes once they get guns back in their hands.
Look at the way the pistol round is shaping, or the eco round is shaping up for Liquid. You see Adren trying to hold on to some mid control. Six is just going to set up a default. Is able to get a pick from an over-aggressive Nitro with the AK-47, and then he's going to back off. Bomb at B. Hiko doesn't know if he wants to rotate out or not. Moves back, and this could be absolutely huge for Denial. Sight is being given. Hiko re-peeks the corner, but he's smoked off. Pushes it. And dead.
Yeah, I mean, it's a save round here from Liquid, and they just got, picked apart, tried to make some aggressive pushes, try to make a play, just didn't work out, and so, I mean, Denial will get this one, no problem. That's going to be 3 rounds on the board for them, so a decent start, a good recovery after being down 5-0 to find a couple of rounds here. Just finally able to use that mid control for something and capitalize on some rounds. But now, does Liquid make that adjustment? As I said, did they decide to get a little bit more aggressive on mid, deny that initial map control? In which case, Denial will be forced to shift back to some of those quicker A hits that they're so fond of. So you could definitely kind of see that swing back and forth start taking place here soon of each team trying to adjust to each other.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Liquid. I mean, they're just kind of boosting play around here. It's another save round for them, though. Doesn't necessarily matter all that much. Gonna hang on to looks like 1 deagle for Liege, and now cash in hand for Liquid. They're gonna buy up, and after giving up a couple of rounds to Denial, they might start playing a little bit more I don't know, a little bit more serious conservative type CT side.
Yeah, Liege is finally picking up an M4 instead of an AUG for the first time. So you can definitely notice a shift in attitude here, but will they change positions? And well, they're gonna get 3 people mid. They're going to have Fugly anchoring that A-bomb, so they're playing a retake A setup. In fact, they're letting an anchor B with the op, but Nitro goes down. Whitmer gets the boost kill up, so really nicely done. Still rifles up close on mid-garage, and Adren forced back into lower CT rather than playing up close on the B lobby, so Shinobi denying him any more peeks there. So this is actually not too shabby for them now, but once they try to re-aggress mid, they're going to deal with this crossfire, and that's going to be a real problem.
Yeah, I like Shinobi. I mean, Shinobi's in checker. He's got full control of the position. Dren knows exactly what's going on. And Hiko, I think Hiko senses that Whitmer's up here. See him pre-aiming that corner. Whitmer's going to drop down.
I think Whitmer knows that there's people out in close mid, though, as well. That's why they're not even going to bother with it, but they're shifting their personnel over towards A, where Fugly's playing alone for right now. So this is really big, and they get the kill on Fugly. So this is a great round from Denial. Being able to get that checkers control with Shinobi, being able to deal with the mid-aggression, that's really big from them.
Well, the bomb does go down. Hiko's still holding off the position in mid, and then Adren all the way back at B side. They're going to start playing proper Counter-Strike here because they're saving their weapons. They're going to hang on to it. And I just now noticed that Dren doesn't have armor. If I pull up the thing, I guess he just ran out of money on the buy here.
Yeah, just glass cannon ops.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
I mean, it was that situation where they decided to, anchor site with an op, put 3 mid. But Nitro got caught right off the bat by Whitmer's op being boosted. And then Denial kind of realizing, hey, they're putting your presence at mid. We can't really take it. It's big that Shinobi got in the checkers. That was a huge position. He didn't get any kills from there, but he got in there. And that was really good stuff. And then just being able to catch Fugly alone today and get that kill, that was also a great move there from Denial. So, I mean, now they're working towards this tie already.
Shinobi actually just mentioned something within chat. I guess there was some sort of an issue where his mumble dropped and he was talking to himself for a while. So that round might have gone very differently. Shinobi walked in. He had full control of checkers, and all the signs seemed to indicate that maybe from Denial's perspective, from Shinobi's perspective, they should go towards B. But he's silent. He has no way to communicate back to his team. There's absolutely no information being exchanged back and forth. So instead, the team works its way towards A site. It happened to work out extremely favorably for Denial, but again, that lack of communication causing some sort of issues. Meanwhile, we're on a timeout because Hiko's computer had some sort of an issue. He dropped out of the server. He's now back in, and money is just a little bit short for Liquid. You see the saved weapons, but only about $2,900. Hiko could certainly do a little bit of dropping, but I don't know. Dodgy on the economy here.
Yeah, this is a great chance for Denali to go ahead and tie this game up. I mean, we could see some upgraded pistols being purchased from Hiko on drop, like some 5.7s or something like that to Fugly and Elige.
Notice a Dren carrying the team here with 11 kills.
Yeah. Indeed. It's really been Hiko who's been struggling. Usually he's like big for clutches, but he actually lost a couple of 1v1s.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he did the one with nothing but a shotgun, which is...
That's true.
Difficult.
Yeah. Probably unnecessary, too. I think he had like $10,000 when he was using a shotgun. But again, you can kind of tell that at first they weren't taking it very serious, and now they're probably kicked it up a notch. Like, hey, guys, they're not a joke. You know, we gotta tighten up our play here if we want to win this one.
Mortality has really stepped it up, though. I mean, coming from CEVO main, I think they've grown a lot over the course of this season. They're not quite a top tier team yet, but they've certainly caught the eye of somebody like Denial Esports, who's sponsored really solid teams in the past.
Yeah, I mean, Shinobi's been playing like right below the pro level for a very long time in Source and in CS:GO. He's always been like you know, in the league right below Invite or right below pro, and he's always been a pretty decent player, pretty smart player as well. A lot of these guys like Sick and Vibe came from nowhere, to be honest, but proved themselves in the amateur leagues. But look at this, with the limited buy, Liquid actually just shutting down this B take. Hiko with the 3K spray down, looking for the quad kill. He's in another 1v1 versus Whitmer. Had one over at A before, missed out on it, but not this time. Quad kill for Hiko, and that's the Hiko you expect, anchoring the site, getting the multi-frags, getting the clutching, and there you have it. That's a big round for Liquid, man. Denial was getting onto their heels. Money was getting tight for Liquid, but they pull it off there. Great behold.
Yeah, that's the Hiko we all know and love, holding down that spray for the 3K, and then he's able to go ahead and just peek and play Whitmer like a fiddle. This time around, it's going to be yet another gun round. I guess Denial Esports, yeah, so it's going to be one more win before their economy is really starting to hurt. And they play it slow, going for a standard setup, default setup.
Yeah, I mean, they do have
Ren on A instead of
yeah. They have Nitrous Rifle on there instead. So a little bit of a change personnel-wise here from Liquid, just moving that op around, trying to be dynamic with it. But they know the op is at A now. He's been throwing a lot of shots over there, so they're certainly aware the op is in that A site.
Kind of interesting. You know, we typically see Fugly and Nitro palling around at the A site.
Yeah, I mean, they still do it. It's just making room for that op to move around. He used to be Fugly playing the highway position, but now he's more of an anchor on A, while Nitro kind of plays more of a rotation spot. And they're late boosting 3 players mid, so there's going to be some type of mid-A split coming in here with 3 coming up highway, or at least 2 coming up highway. So that could catch Liquid off guard, as they're all inside the A site. May not expect this highway push.
Yeah, only 40 seconds left, and there's one smoke's already going down. And the highway push coming up really big. Shinobi taking a couple kills. The 2 highway players are dead, but now MKP and Whitmer are streaming out. MKP, last man standing, tries to get into the bomb position, but it's just way too little too late. Hiko coming up big on that rotate as he flanks around from behind.
That's also really big from Fugly to catch both players coming up highway. They got that initial jump on a player not expecting them. So that got them the initial kill on the A-bomb site, but Fugly's response was massive to just pick up those 2 kills right off the bat and get his team back into like a 4-on-3 situation.
Denial now Tech 9ing up. You see Sick with armor, possibly setting up to be the entry frag. You see him on point. 2 flashes and a smoke. Actually, a total of 3 flashes. They're going to come streaming in. Hiko is pushed back. But Leash has already scored a 3K, putting us down to Shinobi and MKP all alone. Leash is finally going to go down. Hiko is heavily hurt, stuck on the other side of the smoke. MKP is going to charge in, try to pick up the bomb, just hoping that he can get in. Not going to happen. He's going to get shut down. You see the kill message. At least torched 2 players with fire.
Yeah, I mean, that's just Elise stepping up with the M4. Even though Hiko got pressed back with the op, took a lot of damage, Elise stepped up for, a hat trick there, and then fully rotates to heaven to end the round. And again, Liquid is getting more serious now and making it much more difficult for the Nile to find openings and abuse them. I mean, they're on their toes now, playing, normal CS, I guess you could say, by Liquid standards. And the Nile going to be on a buy this round. They have the op cylinder chance. They still have the AKs across the board. Shinobi getting into door. And this is where he plays quite a lot for this team. Like I said, he likes to throw this fast exploding smoke off the door for like a quick A wrap. We see a lot of those numbers gathering up in A, so I feel that's where they're headed with this round, is that fast A wrap tactic. But I mean, they got a Dren with the op-ed truck, and there's 2 playing over towards quad, and so they got to push through a smoke and now even an incendiary to make this A wrap work the way they want to.
Well, first smoke's gonna get thrown by Shinobi, blocking red box and forks. Nobody pushes in though. Bomb's not even in position. You see Vice all the way back, rotating in towards the A site.
And that's bad, because if they don't re-smoke a Dren, he's just gonna light them up when they come out of A main. Plus, there's 2 inside the site still. Will they re-smoke it? That's really the question they need to.
I don't know. Vice? Yeah, Vice setting up the veggie wrap smoke. There it goes.
Still not blocking off a Dren though, but he misses a shot.
You see them streaming out. It looks like a slow veggie wrap. They got to kill Fugly first. The Dren is not quite smoked off, and Nitro's going to fall, so that allows site entry. Shinobi's going to start planning for, looks like that should be visible from Squeaky and from A main. 2 versus 3 on the retake. Elige catches Sick looking the wrong way. Evens it up quite a lot. Hiko at highway. Elige at A main. Sees the bomb.
Yeah, they're not sure where they are. They probably know that. Well, they know one squad now. Well, now they know everyone's squad.
1v1. Hiko fakes, peeks the corner, peeks Rockside is tentacles left, right, and Shinobi ends up getting caught completely off guard. And ooh, this is close. Might be too close for Hiko.
Nope, didn't get it. Shinobi buys enough time to double quad setup works. Well done from Denial. Limiting, like, there was 2 players over there at quad area. I think it was Nitro and maybe Fugly. They only got 1 kill between the 2 of them there on that side take from the Denial. So that was big to kind of deny a lot of frags those 2 players stacked inside the site. Also, a Dren never getting smoked off, but not connecting those op shots. That was also pretty big. For a Dren to miss those shots despite having the opening for them, that really helped Denial out quite a lot as well. So good round there from Denial. Well done. Sick getting some nice entries, and they put another round on the board before the half comes to a close.
Double off setup. Hiko, offing B. A Dren watching mid. And Sick's going to go down first.
Hiko with the op again here on the CT side. It's kind of weird to see him have it when they have the secondary op. You would normally expect someone like Nitro to have it if they were going to run a double op.
Well, they're going to be pushing into B side, but the problem is you got Hiko with the op, then you got Elise and Nitro all grouped up together, and Elise tries to do something with the smoke. Instead, he's able to find Shinobi, takes the kill. MKP also down. Hiko opping, surprises Whitmer, who's probably questioning his sanity at this point in time. Look at Elise. Again, tries to push through smoke. He's going to get picked off by Vice. Doesn't matter, though. Too many players dead, and round 14 in favor of Liquid. The B-Tick failed.
Yeah, I mean, Nitro being able to get that quick rotate into heaven, plus your 2 B players still in position, so that's going to make it difficult to make a B take when there's so much of a presence there from Liquid, and everyone here in the double digits for Liquid, so everyone contributing quite well. We do see, Sick and Shinobi putting up some decent numbers. Not too shabby from a couple of their teammates, but MKP certainly having a tough game here thus far. I can't blame them too much. They're up against a really tough opponent tonight, and they've already done a bit better than expected. And at one point, they almost had the game 5-5, so that was actually a pretty decent start. But now Liquid's turned it back on. But look at this on a Tech 9 buy, and now getting to the B-bomb site with a couple entries. Well done.
Yeah, but B wasn't quite as heavily stacked this time around, so they just kind of rushed in. Dren's able to spot 1, and Molly does a tremendous amount of damage to Sick. Doesn't quite kill him, but 6 health. Gonna hurt. 3 versus...
Oh, MKP.
Yeah, right.
That's
3v3 now. With 6 severely injured, he's going to finally go down. Nitro drops. And look at Nitro catching a player completely off guard.
Yeah, that's big on MKP not to catch that vent rotation. I mean, it was a pretty even situation up until he allowed Fugly out there. And then Liquid able to use that to go ahead and grab the round. So Not a terrible showing from Denial, given that they're such a huge underdog in this game. To get 5 rounds on Terra's side. Not too shabby. You kind of hope for more like 6 or 7, but 5 is actually workable if they have some type of seed of defense. But the problem is like Liquid has demonstrated some ridiculous terrorist sides at times on this map. I mean, just look at the last lands they were playing at. When they played against Renegades on Cash at the DreamHack Stockholm Open to get the Cluj, they got 12 rounds on T-side Cash the first time they played them on Cash, and the second time they played them on Cash, they got 9. So that's some pretty big T-sides on Cash that we've seen them have, and that carries over to other games as well, like in our league and some of the online tournaments they play. I rarely see them get less than 7 rounds on the Terra side, actually.
Well,
so still in a great position to win this map is Liquid, but Denial, if they can win Pistol, they might be able to get back into this thing, make a game of it.
yeah, I mean, they might be able to make a game of it, but I mean, let's be honest. Liquid, all they need to do is pick up a total of 6 more rounds to go ahead and close this thing out.
And
I don't think overtime is a very real possibility at all. Denial Esports, yeah, they chose this map. It's something that they are good at, that they are better at, but it's Liquid. I hate to be the person to throw my hands up and say, come on, but I'm shocked that we have 5 points on the board already.
This map is Nitro's playground.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of the best entry fraggers in NA, and this is like his map. The way that he pushes out mid or at A main with that AK, he can just decimate people. Ever since he went back to this entry fragging rifling position for this team, granted, when he's played up against like some of the best teams in the world on LAN, he struggled like against Mouse Sports at the Cluj qualifiers, or up against like, you know, VP and Fnatic at PGL. Yeah, he has some trouble against those teams. But when you put him up against like decent LAN teams or like any team online, the dude just wrecks on this map on Terra's side. So that's going to be something big that, you know, they have to deal with. And it's the 1-2 punch. Elise is right there next to Nitro, putting up good numbers on the Terra side. So gotta watch out for that.
This is so bad. Denial playing passive on A site, playing for the retake, and that allows Liquid to just come pushing in real fast. Shinobi's fast on the flank rotate, but it might be too late. The site has been taken. Bomb's not down, though. Nitro and Elise quickly go down. And look how fast this rotation is underway. Liquid is getting cut down. Now we have 2 with bomb stuck on the other side of quad. 1 goes down. He goes all alone. 3, 2 in the front, 1 in the back. Not a good day to be Hiko. 10 and 6 Denial somehow able to take the pistol round.
Yeah, just playing a retake A setup, kind of giving it up. So Liquid presses it in. You know, looks like they're going to be in good position to get a bomb plant or something like that, but not the case. Retake comes in real swift there from the CT side. Doesn't even allow the bomb plant. So Liquid will just Tech 9 armor up here, which is still a pretty solid buy. And Denial, knowing that Tech 9 rushes are common on second round, especially at the A side of the map, they will stack 3 there, and this is not a bad call for what usually happens. But the problem is Liquid not going to go away. They're going to take mid control. They're going to split the B-bomb site. They're going to, with just these 2 players, Vice and Sick, playing inside the site.
Yeah. Smart call. They've lost 1 player. They're going to go ahead and commit to this. Elise pushes straight forward, fires, pre-fires every single corner until he finally finds Sick and shuts him down at B side. That's going to be a take right there. Hiko watching and waiting for Whitmer, who is surprised to see him. Hiko picks up SMG, peeks around the corner, takes a lot of damage on MKP, and then backs off. Looks like it's going to be another round for Liquid.
Ooh, Shinobi, though, getting a couple kills with the M4 now. Hiko's all alone. He's just got the Tech 9 and an MP9. Shinobi even gets into the site. Bombs is planted for Hiko. He does get the kill on MKP, rotating heaven. Now he's got the 1v1 against Shinobi. Shinobi trying to play this as smart as he can, but just Hiko, too good at those clutches. Gets the round. And there you have it. Right back in the game is Liquid. They're not going to be forced basically to double save, and that's going to mean probably a 13-6 for Liquid now.
The pick in heaven, and then the way he played that bomb. Just beautiful. Hiko, such a clutch player. Inhuman reactions, right? 16 kills. He went from the bottom of the leaderboard all the way back up to the top, leading his team in kills.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's going to be tough for the CTs to do much here until they can get guns back in their hands. This won't be for a couple of rounds. So, again, a great chance for Liquid to, get up to 13. And like I said, this map, Nitro's playground. You're going to see it on gun rounds too, most likely.
Yeah. I mean, as you were talking, it was like instantly 3 kills, then a 4th, and then that's the round, just like that. Yeah. 12-6 for Liquid. You know what I'm really curious to see is as this game progresses, whether or not Hiko falls into this new support role. In his interview and in his big AMA, he was talking about the fact that they're playing with different roles, different positions, and how Hiko, who traditionally plays Lurk, he's been learning a lot more smokes, a lot more set grenades.
I mean, he's still an
from the flip side game.
I mean, he's still an extremity player, but Fugly has taken over the main lurking role for this team, which I think is fine. You still have them taking on solo positions. You're still putting Hiko in late round situations, which when you're looking at some of their recent games, like the late round situations that Adren and Hiko get put in, they do so well together in them. Yeah, you have Nitro and Elise the 1-2 punch early round that get you some picks and put you in some like advantageous late round positions, or at least even ones. And then you have Hiko and Adren to play the late part of the round, and they have the experience. They are going to play together, you know, in a smart fashion. They're not going to give up kills in the late round. So it's actually a pretty decent system they have over there at Liquid.
One thing I really like, especially on Cash, is the way that they tend to do their mid takes. You end up putting 3 down mid, and then you put Fugly and Hiko at the far ends of either A site or B site, separately, individually. So at any given point, based on a pick, based on what's happening, one of those 2 people will become a Lurk player.
Yep.
And they're both trained at it. They're both very, very good at it. And the rest of the team then goes to the opposite site while that Lurk starts peeking on up. It's a solid play. And by having 2 people who are so good at Lurk, who can just switch it on at a moment's notice, really plays the Liquid's favor.
I think on this map, they find Hiko to be more of like a supportive player because he's this like Suki door player while Fugly kind of lurks over at B.
Yeah.
So you're typically going to see the B player become the lurk more often than not in that situation. Whereas when you look at a map like, say, Overpass, it's going to be Hiko, you know, playing that lurk position over on B, while Fugly's like more in stairs. So they still play solo positions, and you're absolutely right. It could be either one lurking at any given time, but here comes the mid-take from Liquid, and it's Nitro, dude. That man's good. What can I say?
Yeah. Absolutely on fire. It's like he's got all the little head spots and pre-aim positions just nailed, making the kills. That was the exact same strategy we were talking about. You saw Hiko at A and you saw Fugly over there at B, and based on what was going on, they end up working their way back into the A site. Fugly watching the flank, and then Hiko and Adren both work together at A. Hiko's going to go ahead and pick up that final kill on Vice for yet another point in favor of Liquid. Really no surprises right here. You see how filthy rich the team is at Denial. Able to get like one last decent buy. They need to get a point or else it's pretty much all over on this map.
Yeah, like I said, Nitro's going to be able to wreak havoc at mid every single round against like lower skilled teams. Not to say that like Denial are like trash or something like that, but it's Nitro, and really only the best teams in the world give him too much trouble trying to execute out mid. But Whitmer will try to play up close this time, see if he can't fare better. But at least when Nitro they come out and find the opening cracks here again. And that's the map, boys, probably.
Yeah, mid is just not working for Denial. Liquid can just walk in and out-frag instantly. Really doesn't matter what the setup is. Going to see Vice now all alone. 1 versus 3. I mean, against any other team, I'd say, hey, man, Vice, he's got some small hope, some small chance. But you see, they know exactly where he is. Hiko drops a grenade, drops Vice down to 56 health. And now it's just going to be a struggle to stay alive. Liege caught off guard, though. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, this is
the bomb hasn't gone down yet.
I suppose, but I mean, I think this round's all but in the books, and there it is. So, 15-6 here for Liquid. Denial doesn't have a grand amount of money to work with, but it's still enough to get out a couple of FAMASs here. Whitmer and Sick could also, you know, FAMAS armor. Actually, Sick is going to go with the Scout instead, and Whitmer will 5-7 armor. That way he can get nades. So it's still pretty light buy, though, and a great chance for Liquid to just close out this game pretty quick. As we'll continue on here with what could be the last round of the half, as we do already have a Liege grabbing a couple of kills there. And Vice will respawn back. Bomb is down for now, but Denial still in a 2 versus 3. Shinobi eating a lot of damage, does go down. And so, I mean, this is all but it. Unless Vice can come up huge in a 1 versus 3 here, this map is going to be in the books, and it's going to be in favor of Liquid. And yeah, that's going to be the case. So Liquid taking the map 16-6.
Yeah, 16-6. I don't know if you can hear me. Having a little bit of connection issues over here. 16-6. Frankly, I'm surprised Denial did as well as they did on their first half. Second half, though, absolutely no surprise. It was the T-side steamroller that is Liquid. What's really unfortunate going into this here is the fact that that's cash. That was Denial's own map choice. So this is, though, the one thing they were really hoping to do. Liquid picking Mirage. We talked about this a little bit in the pregame show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a little bit of an oddball choice for the team, but it's Liquid versus a team that's just not quite at their level yet. This should be quick and easy.
And the thing is, against North America,
that's what it is.
And against North American teams, Liquid's been very good on Mirage, right? We've seen them beat CLG, we've seen them beat Luminosity, we've seen them beat Conquest. So basically all the times that they played Mirage lately, since they picked up Eco against top North American teams, they've won. Whereas when you look at a team like, Denial, they've only played Mirage twice, and they've lost it both times to much lesser teams than what Liquid is. So I fear more or less we will see something similar going into the second map that we just saw there. But at the very least, we will see Denial being able to start on the CT side on Mirage, which does have a slight CT bias to it. So maybe they can come up with some rounds. We'll just have to see. It would be nice to see them be a bit more competitive. I know they're a team that's on the rise. I think even with the loss tonight, they can't be too disappointed given what else they've done this season. I know this might be their last game of the season, actually. I think it is the last game of the season for Denial here. So, I mean, they've already managed some ties against some really good teams like CLG and Luminosity.
They have
beat
one more
Complexity.
game after this.
They beat Complexity. So, I mean, they've had some decent showings this season. Don't be too discouraged by this loss then against Liquid. Liquid's just been an absolute powerhouse in NA lately. And so I think as we move on to Mirage, we'll probably see something a bit similar. I think that Liquid's just much better on Mirage than what Denial has shown. So this should be probably another one-sided map to end the night. But
yeah, Denial actually has one more game after this, and that is, I don't have it here in my notes. Just one more game though. They're fourth from the bottom right now. They're actually in danger of being passed by Winter Fox, Follow Esports, and Enemy. So every single round counts. If they can get something off of Liquid, then that's absolutely huge because it just makes their job that much easier of staying out of that relegation spot because they're so close to falling off the very bottom and back into CEVO main, which is where they came from.
Yeah, they play against Coast. That's their last game of the season.
Coast, that's it. Yeah.
That should be a game that they're having a more reasonable chance to do something there. But we will take a quick break. When we come back, we will have the last map of the night, which will be on Mirage between Liquid and Denial. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back soon.